My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of The Substance. And I've been hearing great things about this movie for a while. People have been calling it insane and crazy and weird and disgusting and gross and nasty, and that did get me excited, but I was still a bit skeptical just because I feel like people overhype movies all the time now. So I still went in with level headed expectations and holy shit. Holy shit. This movie delivers. Oh, does it ever. I know I just saw this movie, but I feel like it deserves to be called a whole masterpiece. This movie is that good. It is my favorite movie of the year so far, and I love it so very much. So let's begin talking about the cast, and Demi Moore gives the best performance I've seen from her. She is fantastic in this movie. She does everything she needed to in the first half so incredibly well, but in the second half, she takes it to the next level. And she just fully excels, and I was blown away. Margaret Qualley is one of the best up and coming actresses of Hollywood, and she looks beautiful in this movie, but her performance is just amazing. She brought so much to this character, and she sells you on each and every beat she needed to. I was very impressed. But then we get to Dennis Quaid, who I have seen in movies for decades. And he's usually good, but this performance is next level. This is the best performance I've seen from him. He is so delightfully over the top and he's just hamming it up and he is so entertaining to watch. And those three performances are three of the best of the year. But this movie is so incredibly well directed by Corley Forgeet as well. Like, the craft of this movie is just top notch. And you can tell that's going to be the case from the first 5 minutes. This shot of an egg that teases what's to come, and then it tells you everything you need to know about this character in a very unique way. And then you get this scene in a bathroom that is just so unique. And right there, those first three scenes, I knew I was going to love this movie, and she never failed to deliver. Every shot, every scene had so much thought put into it, and the production design is great, the cinematography is beautiful, the editing adds plenty of energy to this movie. It's used very effectively. The sound design and mixing is top notch. But let's talk about my favorite, and the practical effects are just phenomenal. Like, between this movie, Alien Romulus, Beetlejuice, and soon to be Terrifier 3, my practical effects loving heart is just so happy right now. Like, this movie is so gross and disgusting and disturbing in the best way possible. And yeah, I'll talk more about that shortly. I do want to talk about this movie thematically, and I do know most people are talking about female beauty expectations, and it's all subjective, but to me, this movie was more about getting old and the reality of it, and how people treat you differently as a result, and how we romanticize all youth for days. And I think the way this movie explores those ideas are very effective. It's not subtle, like, at all, but that's okay. It works for this movie. And I just love the way this movie escalates. Like, I knew nothing about the plot, but there's an angle to this movie, kind of like The Fly, where you just know that every time something happens, someone is going to look worse and worse until it just escalates to an insane place. And it's effective. Like, there are parts that you could hear people in the theater being like, fuck, oh, fuck, fuck. Like, it is a movie that gets under your skin. But let's talk about this ending. And some people are going to hate the way this movie ends. And here's the thing. Those people are wrong. The last 20 minutes is what cements this movie as a masterpiece. Because up until then, I was loving this movie, but I felt like it didn't go far enough. And then it does. It does. Yeah, the last 20 minutes of this movie are disgusting and gross and disturbing and insane, but also hilarious. Like, as on edge as I was also laughing like a madman, and holy shit. Yeah, like, so good. So very good. Like, I do reviews on YouTube, so obviously I would like to make movies one day. And it's funny because if you know me, you know there is a movie idea I was working on last year. And I never finished my script, but the thing I envisioned for that script is actually in this movie, the way I pictured it. So it was just kind of surreal for me, and it's exactly what I want to see in movies. It is bonkers and ambitious and perfect. Not to give too much away, but it kind of reminds me of like Society or Color Out of Space or Basket Case or The Fly, and by the way, I love this movie. I love it. I am probably going to go see it again on Saturday night. It is just that good. I can't stop thinking about it. It is so incredibly well acted. It is so brilliantly directed. The writing is just perfect. It is an effective movie. It is a funny movie. It is a gross, disturbing, sickle movie that lots of mainstream audience members are going to hate, but one that I love, and I'm going to watch this movie so many times in my life. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I wouldn't change a thing. Like, fuck, it's so good. It's so good. I'm giving The Substance a 9 out of 10. If you do want to know my favorite movies of the year so far, they would be The Substance, Twisters, Beetlejuice, Alien Romulus, Challengers, Lisa Frankenstein, and Sting. But yes. The Substance. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.